Mexicans, Central Americans, Native Americans are the survivors of the world's largest genocide. 95% of our population was killed due to European invasion, which brought upon the genocide and the continuing colonization and occupation of our lands. Read American Holocaust by David E. Stannard. He will quote the writings of the Europeans themselves as they were killing our people, as they were systematically butchering us and using smallpox as their weapon of mass destruction to get rid of us. It is really important for us to know this history. This genocide that happened to our people, history books today negate that it was a genocide. They call it Indian battles and Indian wars and bullshit like that. It was not that. It was genocide. And this genocide that our ancestors suffered from, that they were victims of, it fits every definition, every key point that is used in the definition of genocide is what happened to our ancestors. We have to understand that Mexicans, Central Americans, Native Americans, we are indigenous people. We are culturally and racially scarred of rape, of colonialism. 500 years of occupation and genocide and colonialism will not erase the thousands and thousands of years of history, of civilizations, of culture, of identity, of heritage that we have as indigenous people. We gave great things to the world. We gave abundance of knowledge to the world. We gave medicines. We gave foods like corn. We gave mathematical concepts like zero and decimal point. Read this book, American Indian Contributions to the World. This book, it's an encyclopedia book telling you A through Z of the various contributions that our ancestors gave the world. Another book that we highly recommend for you to read, How Did All This Happen? White Supremacy, What's Behind It? What is the purpose? Read this book, Colonizer's Model of the World by J.M. Blount. Colonizer's Model of the World will show you that after 1492, Europe became wealthy, rich, because of the resources that it sucked from our lands and the resources of our labor and the labor of African slavery. You have to understand this whole process of colonialism and white supremacy. It's been years in the making. And these things that we're talking about, we in the Mexica movement have been talking about this for a long time. We've been talking about the fact that we're not Hispanic, we're not Latino, that we're not raza, we're not mestizo, that we're not going to allow European colonialism to define our people, to define our liberation, to define our freedom, our heritage, and our identity. This isn't about reclaiming Mexico, because Mexico was created by the Spaniards, Europeans. It was a created colony. United States is a created colony of Europe as well. We're not trying to reclaim a colony. We're trying to reclaim a land. We're trying to reclaim a culture. We're trying to reclaim the continent. We're trying to reclaim ourselves from who we were 500 years, our identity, the freedom to be able to embrace ourselves and love ourselves and know who the hell we are. Because for the last 500 years, they have had us confused. Mexicans in Mexico speaking Spanish, being told that Spanish is our culture. That's bullshit. That is an imposed colonial culture that is dominating Mexico since 1810. And then Native Americans, our brothers and sisters here in the United States, speaking English. We've been forced to speak English in the actual Indian schools and the process of all these so-called missions. These were all products, the realities of culture. Anything that is defining our culture right now by the mainstream media are key factors of colonialism. Think about it. In China, they speak Chinese. In Japan, they speak Japanese. In Mexico, they speak Spanish. Hello, there's something wrong with that. And us as Mexicans, Central Americans, Native Americans, we are taught that we're separated from each other, that a Mexican has nothing to do with a Salvadorian, that a Native American is not, has no connection to a Mexican. But when you read the history and you look at our culture and our heritage, you're going to find so many commonalities, so many ancient ties that we have with each other. But because of this system of colonialism and racism, we are not told our history. Therefore, we have no clue, no idea what it means to be Mexican, Central American, Native American. But we have to wake up, my people. We have to decolonize our mind. Start off with these books that we're recommending. We in the Mexica movement are sounding the alarm. The whole world is tired of white supremacy. White supremacy robs everybody's humanity, not just ours, but ours right now. Our identity, our heritage, our culture is kept captive in Eurocentric ideas and Eurocentric education. It's time to break them. It's time to stand up for our people. 500 years is enough. Mexicans, Central Central Americans, Native Americans, let's wake up. Let's decolonize our minds book by book. We have to start somewhere. We are beautiful. We are a beautiful people. We walk on our land. We die on our land. And we're ignorant of the fact that we are connected here, that we are indigenous. Even though we're mixed blood or full blood, rape is not going to redefine us. The last 500 years of colonialism is not going to rob us of our ancient civilization and all the heritage and identity that is it's so embedded and that makes up our people, our identity, our culture. That's not going to stop who we are. Our civilizations are beautiful. Our civilizations still stand. We Mexicans, Central Americans, Native Americans are one people. We are the survivors of the world's largest genocide. We have to get educated on that. The whole world must know that we have survived genocide. Mexicans, Central Americans, Native Americans, we have survived genocide. Even if your history books don't want to say it, we survived genocide. We are here. We ain't going nowhere. And we're multiplying. And we are knowing our history. And we are learning who we are. And we have the righteousness in our struggle. The righteousness to denounce colonialism. To denounce white supremacy. Because we are tired of this white supremacy. This white supremacy is robbing everyone of their human life. Of their human value. Of their damn humanity. It's over with. We are waking up. Mexicans, Central Americans. It's over with. We have to start learning for ourselves. We have to start decolonize our minds. It all is going to start little by little. We're going to start learning the truth. The whole world will know. The whole world is already finding out.